It is with pleasure that I introduce you to my immigration lawyer colleague, Catherine Sas. I would like to share with you some insight about why I personally support her as a board member of the National Immigration Law Section to become our next CBA second vice president. I have known Catherine as a fellow immigration practitioner for over 12 years. I first met her at a CBA National Immigration Law Conference when I was a first-year associate. By the end of the first day, it was already clear to me that she was an instrumental and influential member of our fast-paced section. At that conference, she spoke on the issue of advocacy for reuniting families with their loved ones who had suffered an injustice due to a recent change in the law, as they innocently misunderstood questions on their immigration applications. At the time, she was asking others from across Canada to share similar cases with her so she could lobby government for a change to that unjust law. She is an excellent example of CBA advocacy. Others refer to her as the go-to person in those humanitarian and compassionate situations, and at future conferences, she has been consistently invited to speak on a variety of cutting-edge immigration law topics and even was selected by our section peers to interview the Minister of Citizenship and Immigration at one of our networking dinners. She is well-known and highly respected in her field and has been an inspiration to me as a young lawyer breaking into this niche area of law. Early on, she was served as a mentor to women in the profession and maintains that desire to help others and serve as a voice of our legal profession. Catherine was born in Edmonton, Alberta, and raised in a small northern Alberta town in Spirit River. She moved to British Columbia as a toddler and studied in Victoria, Montreal, and Vancouver. She now lives in Parksville on Vancouver Island with her husband, Paul, and two sons, Louis and William. Catherine currently leads the immigration team at Miller Thomson's Vancouver office. She articled as a small litigation firm in Vancouver, and after being called to the bar, taught English for a year in Japan. She returned from Japan to a Canadian recession with few job opportunities. So Catherine decided to open up her own law firm 25 years ago in 1990. She remained a sole practitioner for almost 20 years, joining Miller Thomson in 2010. Catherine didn't set out to be an immigration lawyer. She likes to say that she didn't choose immigration law, it chose her. While developing her practice, Catherine did legal aid work, accepting both criminal and immigration referrals. Legal aid immigration practice was in its early stages in the aftermath of a precedent-setting immigration decision, the Singh decision. The issues were compelling and thought-provoking to her. Her courtroom experience was frequent and provided ample opportunity to hone in on her advocacy skills. What connected her were her clients. The impact on their lives as new Canadian immigrants was tangible and their appreciation limitless. The first time that she heard the words, "Thank you, Miss Catherine," she was hooked. A year after opening her own firm, Catherine became the secretary of the BC Branch Immigration Law Section. So how many of you asked, does one accomplish such a feat so early on in one's career? After returning from Japan, Catherine and a classmate from law school started a company teaching Canadians about living, working, and teaching in Japan. Catherine gave classes at community centers throughout the Lower Mainland. An organizer of an educational symposium had seen one of her notices and classes and invited her to participate in the symposium at University of British Columbia. A fellow presenter on her panel was a lawyer named Phil Rankin, a criminal and immigration law lawyer. Impressed with her presentation, Phil invited her to join on the slate for the immigration section as their secretary. Catherine describes this event as a pivotal moment in her career and shares this story with young lawyers to demonstrate the importance of risk-taking in career development. This set Catherine on the path to immigration success. Soon after, Catherine was elected to BC's Provincial Council, where she sat as an elected member from 1992 to 1997 and 1999 to 2002. She attended 14 consecutive annual meetings from Montreal in 1998 to 2002, and in her nearly 30 years of CBA membership, Catherine has attended 24 of the last 27 annual meetings. Through that CBA engagement, she took part in National Section CPD presentations and learned about the National Section involvement. Keen to become more involved on a national level, by 1993 she was elected co-vice chair of the National Immigration Law Section and became chair in 1995. Participation in the section, both provincially and nationally, was pivotal to Catherine's career development. Meetings in Ottawa were frequent and put her in touch with immigration ministers and senior government policy advisors. By 1996, Catherine had been asked by the Reform Party to put together a small group of immigration lawyers to advise the then leader of the opposition, Preston Manning, on immigration policy. This was the first of many such invitations to advise on immigration policy development by various political parties over the next few years. For Catherine, 2015 marks 25 years of practice and 30 years of CBA membership. Catherine has been a sole practitioner for 20 years and a partner at a national law firm for 5. She has been an elected member of BC's Provincial Council for 8 terms, a provincial and national section chair, served on the National Resolutions Committee for 11 years, and the past 2 as chair. In 2006, she was appointed Queen's Counsel, and from 2010 to 2013, she served as a bencher of the Law Society of British Columbia. She is currently co-vice chair of the Immigration Committee of the International Bar Association and carried on all 3 of these volunteer roles at the same time. Catherine fundamentally understands the workings of the CBA and the competing issues facing the CBA's diverse membership. She understands not only the challenges before our association, but the challenges of our profession regionally, nationally, and globally. Catherine's unique combination of experience both in life and law will serve the CBA well in the years ahead, and I encourage you to vote Catherine Sas for CBA Second Vice President. Thank you.
Chers amis et collègues de l'Association du barreau canadien, j'ai été enchanté d'apprendre de Catherine que celle-ci présentait sa candidature au poste de 2e vice-présidente. Au cours des années pendant lesquelles j'ai siégé comme membre du comité des résolutions, de la Constitution et des règlements, puis comme président, j'ai pu observer que Catherine mettait toute son énergie et son cœur aux tâches qu'elle s'engage à effectuer. Catherine est compétente, elle est minutieuse, elle est tournée vers autrui et est ouverte sur le monde. Catherine est disponible et ponctuelle. Elle n'hésite pas à faire valoir son point de vue, tout en s'assurant que les autres aient pu en faire autant. Catherine a du leadership. Je suis ici pour vous dire que, selon moi, Catherine saura, à titre de future présidente, mener les destinées de l'ABC avec tout le doigté nécessaire à cette fonction et qu'en plus, elle sera une excellente ambassadrice pour notre organisation. J'appuie sa candidature.
Aujourd'hui, c'est une journée très historique dans la vie de l'ABC. C'est la première fois que nous avons 2 femmes comme les candidates pour le rôle de la 2e vice-présidente. C'est une coïncidence remarquable dans une année où notre présidente, Michelle Hollins, en a fait ça un élément majeur de sa plateforme de promouvoir la position des femmes dans le droit. Honnêtement parlant, c'est un plaisir d'avoir un adversaire si dévoué et passionné de notre association comme Carrie. C'est vraiment une bonne situation pour l'ABC parce que cela concerne la santé et le dynamisme de notre organisation. I've had the opportunity to address many of you at your branch council meetings, but for those of you who I've not had the opportunity to speak with, I will share for you my vision for our organization. I have identified 3 primary issues that I intend to focus on if I am elected: membership, government relations, and diversity. I will discuss them in reverse order. Diversity is Canada's new reality. It needs to be the reality of our organization. The CBA must be an organization that not only upholds the principles of diversity, but actually reflects the diverse makeup of our communities within our organization. We must be both welcoming and inclusive. We need to embrace diversity, not only in principle by the passing of resolutions, but in practice with the makeup of our committees. Our president, Michelle Hollins, is the 6th woman in the history of our organization to hold the office of president. Within 3 years, that number will increase to 8. We have achieved considerable success in the advancements of both women in the legal profession and in the CBA. We have not had a visible minority nor a person with a disability in the role of president. There is still work to be done to address diversity within the CBA. Government relations is an essential part of our effectiveness as an organization. For us to be able to advance the causes of access to justice, the rule of law, and the preservation of human rights, we must be able to maintain meaningful and positive relations with all levels of government. Our ability to maintain effective communication with government must transcend perceived partisan politics in order for the CBA to be able to effect change in government policy and law reform for the ultimate benefit of all Canadians. Membership must be our mantra. Membership is the concern for every branch, committee, forum, and section. In order to increase and improve our membership, I intend to focus on the engagement and participation of our CBA members. How do we reach out to lawyers across Canada and impress upon them the benefits of CBA membership? For me, I intend to do so through sharing my own experience. Je peux dire sans aucun doute que l'ABC m'a donné ma carrière. Avec ma participation dans la section de l'immigration de notre division, j'étais placée dans le milieu d'innombrables mentors, beaucoup d'entre eux continuent dans ce rôle aujourd'hui. Je pouvais apprendre pas seulement avec l'excellent programme de CPD, mais grâce à la camaraderie de mes collègues de la section nationale et provinciale. Mon expérience avec l'ABC a commencé à l'école de droit et pendant ma première année de pratique, j'étais l'exécutive dans la section d'immigration provinciale et au soin de 5 ans, j'étais sur l'exécutif national de notre section. Cela m'a donné la belle opportunité étant que jeune avocat et m'a donné ce parcours de carrière. Attending national and provincial council, I learned how boards are run. I learned Robert's Rules of Order. I learned about governance. When sitting on a section executive, I learned management skills. I learned how to chair a meeting. When I came to Ottawa to make parliamentary submissions before a parliamentary committee, I learned public speaking skills, as well as how to effect legislation and law reform. During my years on the Resolutions Committee, I learned about legislative drafting and legal writing. These are skills that I take back to my office and put into practice on a day-to-day basis. I didn't get this from my tuition at law school, but I did get it through my participation with the CBA. In the movie Forrest Gump, his mama tells him, "Life is a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." Well, I have a slight twist on that phrase. CBA membership is like an iPhone, and what you get depends on you. An iPhone, like CBA membership, costs around $600 or $700. But what can it do for you? For some of us, it is only a phone or for sending and receiving emails. For more savvy users, they can take pictures, listen to music, read books, or watch movies. However, for the more advanced user, for the fully engaged user, it is a device with which they can excel and manage their lives, both personally and professionally. By fully understanding and using all the multitude of applications, the iPhone transforms into a highly effective tool. Your CBA dues are like that. If you just pay your dues, you are just a member. But if you really want to get value for your membership, you have to participate and engage. You need to fully understand all the many CBA applications that the CBA membership provides. As we know, the opportunities and benefits of CBA membership are endless, and that is the task before all of us as CBA leaders to share with law students, young lawyers, and the bar at large. It is my goal to share my own CBA experiences with the young lawyers of the future. As your second Vice President, in the years ahead, I aim to visit each and every law school and reach out to the budding young lawyers and teach them the value not only of CBA membership, but of participation. C'est ma conviction que l'ABC sera continuée en tant qu'organisation dynamique, saine et toujours pertinente. La route devant posera de grands défis, mais nous avons des membres avec le dévouement, l'expérience et l'intelligence qui seront en mesure de s'attaquer aux problèmes auxquels nous serons confrontés dans les années à venir. Ensemble, nous avons la force de l'unité. J'espère avoir la chance de travailler avec vous tous comme nous faisons à ces défis ensemble comme votre deuxième vice-présidente. Merci beaucoup pour l'occasion de vous adresser ce matin.